7.6, composition of transformations. There's some abbreviations you'll see. If it's capital R, it'll be a rotation. Capital T is a translation. Little r is reflection. Capital D is dilation. And you'll know based on what they say for the subscript, the little below part. This is something I was not aware of because I have not really done these before. It says always start with the rightmost transformation. So these are called compositions. Compositions, I don't know if you remember like fog, F of, like this, fog. You remember that? It was a little O here, and what that really meant was F of G of X. G of X is really the inner function. You would find what that is and then plug it into F. That's what this is. These circles on Delta Math are really bigger than what these are, but it's a composition saying it's this of this, saying this should happen first, this rightmost transformation. So we're going to take an original point, and we're actually going to do two things to it. So we're going to take negative 5, 2, and first we're going to translate it to negative 5. That would be right 2, because it's positive, down 5. So I'm going to take my original point, negative 5, 2, and I'm going to translate it to down 5. And so what that would be is negative 5 plus 2, 2 minus 5, which would be negative 3. Well, it's kind of weird how this turned out. Negative 3. So there's step 1. Transformation 2 is taking the ordered pair negative 3, negative 3, and now doing this left part, which is a rotation of 270 degrees. And it really doesn't matter how you show your work on this. I'm just trying to walk you through it. Okay, rotating 270 degrees. I'm hoping you remember that that changes the y value, but really we're going to change the x. We're negating the x value and then swapping them. So this will become positive 3, and then this will stay negative 3. So we're switching and negating the y. And then that would be your answer. Just doing this without having a graph. Number 2, what is the image point of negative 6, negative 1 after this transformation? So we're going to take negative 6, negative 1. We're going to do the rightmost function first. So this is a little r. It's a reflection over the line y equals negative x. And so I get these confused sometimes, but I remember y equals negative x is this diagonal line going down. It swaps x and y, and it negates them. So we're going to swap and negate. So now this is going to become positive 1, positive 6. And then the next thing we're going to do is capital R, which is a rotation of 180 degrees. 180, think of it, went 90, it swapped. 180 swaps back, so we just have to swap these. And so that would become 6, 1. Okay, and then number 3, image point of 9, negative 3 after this transformation. First thing we're going to do is capital D, a dilation of a third. So that's just taking our coordinate points times a third, which would result in a third of 9 is 3. A third of negative 3 would be negative 1. And then taking 3, negative 1. And then we're going to do a reflection across the y-axis. Across the y changes the left or right, so it actually changes the x value. It'll negate it, so now it's negative 3, negative 1. And that's it. Just making sure you're starting with the rightmost first, then work your way to the left one.